Where in the world is Josh San Diego? There he is. He will face Jeremiah Labiano here. In the bantamweight division, the tail of the tape brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
You see nothing highlighted. Both guys very physically similar. So 1-inch reach advantage for San Diego probably won't be a factor.
From San Jose, California, live on Spike, Bellator MMA presented by Miller Lite now moves to the bantamweight division set for 3 5-minute rounds. We introduce the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in 135.3 pounds. His professional record, 9 wins, 3 losses. From Hayward, California, introducing Jeremiah, the Kid Labiano. And across the cage, fighting out of the red corner at 5'10", weighing in 136 pounds even as a professional. 6 victories, just 1 loss, fighting out of Milpitas, California, Josh, the Zookeeper San Diego. In charge of the action, your referee, Big John McCarthy.
All right, you ready? You ready? Get up!
Fight Clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Cheers. It's Miller time. Stepping into the big lights. Unfamiliar territory for both of these two. You didn't know by the crowd, the scene, and the lights and the spectacle. You know when John McCarthy's in there, you're in a different world.
Very true. San Diego so far coming out a lot looser. Labiano a little tighter, but keeping his hands high. What do we say about a step up? 90% of it is dealing with your nerves. Who doesn't come too tight? Who doesn't come in, expending all their energy before they throw a punch?
Chant is JSD for Josh San Diego. Watch full fights from Bellator and Premier Boxing Champions on the Spike app, available now for iOS and Android. Don't forget, Michael Chandler taking over the Instagram account. He may not give it back. And by the way, here's my question. Who's going to take it back from Michael Chandler?
Yeah, that's a good point.
What if he says no? We'll have some news regarding Michael Chandler coming up.
And all his Instagram pictures are him working out to the point where it embarrasses everybody watching. He makes you feel lazy. I'm in good shape, and man, his Instagram videos make me feel lazy.
San Diego looking for that opportunity. Obviously, it was a big day of news here in Bellator.
Whoa! Selling out for the head kick. But Labiano cannot let him fall to the ground like that, not take advantage.
As Chris Rock would say, he can, but it's a bad idea.
Not smart. Can and should are worlds apart. Labiano still trying to find his offense here. He's a little tentative. Nerves, big stage might be getting to him a little bit.
Both the lightweight world title and the heavyweight world title are now vacant in Bellator. We'll have some news regarding that lightweight world title coming up shortly here on Spike.
Good change up by San Diego.
Into the single leg.
Now wrist control, looks like he's trying to step over for the triangle, but San Diego needs to get his posture back. Head's a little too close, and he's sit up to be able to do damage. Right now, Labiano in a sweep and armbar combination position. Hunting for that right arm.
Watch it, watch your foot, watch your foot. Watch your foot when it's coming up.
Caution about is the up kick. Grounded opponent.
Ask L.C. Davis about that.
Brutal. Cost him a row of teeth. Oh, good right hand. Caught Labiano off balance.
Got in and out pretty quickly. San Diego does not want this fight on his feet. Everything is to get it to the ground. for a 135er. Very strong, low center of gravity, and that's what he can do.
The problem is with a single leg, a lot of times you want to circle and dump. You don't want to drive a guy into a fence. You usually have to lean against that. Makes it that much harder to take him down. You want to literally pull him off the fence. Run the pipe, dump him in the hole. He wasn't able to do that. Labiano spending a lot of energy in these positions, but not getting a takedown. Gotta be frustrating. San Diego already coming in more relaxed. Labiano burning a lot of gas.
Telegraph that. San Diego's been quicker here in round 1. Good shot to end the round. Labiano's best. Will it affect the judges? His best offense coming in the final seconds of the round, which began with that head kick from Josh San Diego. Bellator fans, you want the same gear the fighters wear? I can't speak for the same gear that Mercedes wears. I don't know where to buy that. Jimmy might. Head to BellatorShop.com now for all your official Bellator MMA merch.
I resent that personally. I do.
I don't think you do.
Maybe I do.
What did you see 15 seconds into this fight that made you say Josh San Diego is much more relaxed?
The way he's moving. I mean, he's angling well. You can see it in his eyes. He's relaxed, his shoulders. Labiano hands high, but tight, kind of waiting for his opponent. San Diego's the one initiating offensively. That's usually the guy who's more relaxed. See the way he's winging his punches. Labiano's still very stiff.
Labiano here very clear. It's point A to point B.
Yes. Never quite sure where San Diego is in that line. He goes A, B, C, D, F, back to A.
It's hard to hit.
Yeah. A lot of angles, a lot of movement. Like that, kind of strafing right hand. Say it all the time, man. You become a spectator. You end up looking at your opponent, waiting to see what he's going to do, rather than getting your own game going.
Talked earlier as we watched these two bantamweights about the bantamweight title fight. We have been waiting so long to see the rematch between Marco Scalvo and Eduardo Dantas coming up next month. The middleweight world title will be on the line here on Spike Friday night. First defense for Rafael Carvalho after he shocked everybody with that stunning liver kick win over Brandon Halsey to become the world champion. All he'll have to do in his first title defense is beat the most prolific knockout artist in the history of the game, Melvin Manoff.
You never wonder what kind of fight Melvin Manoff is going to have. He's going to go for it. Either he's going to get knocked out or his opponent's going to get knocked out.
Someone's going out on their shields.
Yep.
Really critical fights to the return of Marcin Held to get Pat Curran back in the Bellator cage. Georgi Karahanya next week. And we're going to see Chase Gormley next week. Some of the heavyweights, Dan Charlton. Now, with the heavyweight title vacant, every heavyweight fight becomes so much more important. As everybody is one step closer
you can see a lot of the fights from next week as weeding out fights.
Absolutely
in a sense. Obviously,
right.
it's a title fight, but other than that, you're guys that very talented fighters who might be fighting there for their professional lives next week.
Fresno in June, Dynamite 2 in St. Louis, and then it is off to the UK on July 16th, and we will see that man, Michael Venom Page, in his toughest test to date. His shout out for King Mo tonight in the main event against Phil Davis. Michael Page against Fernando Gonzalez at the O2 Arena in London. In July, everyone's been waiting. When is Michael Page going to fight a veteran? When is he going to fight somebody with a resume? You want it, you got it.
That's the one thing we always hear about Michael Venom Page. Impressive performances, but where is the name? And Gonzalez has taken on nothing but names since coming into Bellator. And he is undefeated.
He's on a great run right now. Last saw him here in this building, kickboxing against Paul Daly. And of course, 6 years later, Paul Daly and Josh Koscheck will finally settle that in London.
Fernando Gonzalez, a veteran, I think had an up and down career, but in Bellator, undefeated, really found his stride in the Bellator cage. Great thing to see.
If Cyborg Santos is going to be the same way, you're going to see him a little bit later against Syed Awad. That one coming up next.
Oh, nice head kick.
Yes, it was. San Diego's just been the quicker man, quicker in and out. This is the first time that Labiano's been able to grab a hold of him. Now McCarthy warning on the 12-6. See San Diego angling it.
In his defense, he's throwing a little angle into those elbows that makes him legal. John McCarthy, he knows what's going on with those shots.
Literally wrote the rule.
Yeah.
Labiano spent 10 minutes trying to figure out the timing of Josh San Diego. Not easy to do. The spinning elbow barely misses.
Third and final round, go after it. Come all the way back.
Speaking of the man that wrote the book, John McCarthy made his debut at UFC 2, a night that featured another big win for that man, Royce Gracie. It's always good to see that smiling face around. It is amazing to me to watch the fighters who are almost too young to even remember the early days. The reverence in which everybody holds Royce is really something to see.
Yeah, they go absolutely nuts when they see Royce Gracie. And by the way, if you haven't met him, Royce Gracie, a really gracious guy, always stops and talks to fans. Really great for the sport.
How do you see this through 2 rounds?
I see 2 rounds to none for Josh San Diego, 10-9. He's kind of being the general. He's one moving more, he's striking more, and a little bit sharper with the stand-up. Labiano playing on the outside, trying to counterpunch, but hasn't had as many opportunities as Josh San Diego.
41 years old, red gloves here, trying to make his name in the bantamweight division. Champion Marcos Galvo, Eduardo Dantas, saw what Darian Caldwell did to Joe Warren.
I think that was a star-making performance, by the way. We were talking about him for forever before that fight. Like, wait till you see Darian Caldwell. Been watching that guy since he was a wrestler. Outstanding.
So many of the elite wrestlers last 10, 15 years heading to Bellator or are here already. And we will see 2 of them in the main event tonight. Big 12 champion King Mo went on to even more success at the international level. And Phil Davis, the national champion at Penn State. Their entire professional careers have been contested at the highest level. That collision course finally ends tonight.
Labiano trying to land over the top with that lead hand, but and one of the problems is he hasn't landed that shot that's going to make San Diego back off, that will make him reconsider the way he's been fighting this fight, which has been extremely aggressive. Got to give a guy a shot to get his respect, and Labiano really hasn't been able to do that. You see those winging right hands, easily slipped by San Diego.
Back fist just caught shoulder. There is that fine line. You can be too wild, you can be too stiff. Yeah, he's got to find that sweet spot, and Labiano has not found it. Diego late to the sport. He was 28 years old. His first pro fight. He was trying to go to 7-1. What an opportunity for him to do it here under the bright lights.
Transition to the takedown, but once again gets the single leg and pushes him up against the fence. That makes your job a lot harder. Personally, I think single legs are usually easier to finish in the center of the cage. You have that room to move. Spin your opponent down. You see, he pulled him off the fence, then he gets it.
Undefeated lightweight champion, Francis Bartholomew. Seen him before on PBC. Puts the title on the line against the former champion, Mickey Bay. Always fun to watch PBC. Friday, June 3rd. Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. We're watching Josh San Diego on the bottom. Pulled Labiano into guard, trying to hold off for the final minute. Record an important win under the big lights here in the bantamweight division. Tonight we have seen two of the young guns in Bellator put on dominant first-round performances. Andre Filou at welterweight and Adam Piccolotti at lightweight, both staying undefeated on a night. We will see King Mo and Phil Davis finally come together inside the Bellator cage. And a fight that we could not have conceived of a couple of weeks ago. Syed Awad and Cyborg Santos suddenly becomes a very important fight for the two veterans, and that's coming up next.
Don't just sit there. I need you to
Ron
work.
McCarthy will stand him up.
Fight.
License and registration, please.
Man, aggressive at the end of the fight.
Final scramble in the final.
Beautiful mount, look at that.
That's the last thing Labiano was expecting, was for San Diego to slide him out there. He probably has this fight won anyway, but he's trying to put an exclamation point on it in the final seconds.
That's what you want to see from a young gun. He doesn't let it go to the judges if he can help it. He's going to give everything to the finish. That's what I call heart and dedication. Love it.
An eye-opening performance stepping into the spotlight from Josh San Diego.
Off the takedown, Labiano tried to go for the double leg again, but this time Josh San Diego able to counter and step over into mount. Beautiful stuff.
The Black Card Premium Spice Rum Replay, the bold 93 proof rum that's edgy to the core.
And you'll see it here, they're trading punches. Labiano shoots in for the double leg right here. Look at this, step over into full mount and then unloads. Didn't look for a submission, didn't look to stall, wasn't thinking about the clock. He was thinking about finishing his opponent. Wasn't able to get it, but that's what I love, that's intensity.
Josh San Diego with an exclamation point on an impressive performance. We'll make it official next. Josh San Diego, a name not a lot of people knew before this fight. They know it now. Michael C. Williams has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your three. Cage side judges Michael Gingona, Marcos Rosales, and Wade Vera. All see the fight exactly the same at 29-28. All having it for the winner by unanimous decision, Josh Zookeeper San Diego.
Third win by decision for Josh San Diego, who goes to 7-1, but more importantly, people know the name now, especially Michael Chandler, who's taken over the Instagram account and now has taken over the Bellator cage. Man, he's taking this thing seriously.
Yeah, he seriously is. He's a hard worker. Hard worker in the gym, hard worker for Bellator. Instagram professional.
Michael Chandler, one of the stalwarts of Bellator, one of the staples, and one of the things we are proudest about is Bellator's involvement in Veterans Operation Wellness. An MMA legend got to lead us to this fight.